Hello everyone, my name is Rajiv Soni. I'm the founder and CEO of RG International. We are into abroad education where we recruit students for US, Canada, UK and many other European countries. And today we have our friend Ms. Puja Sanghavi.
Hi, this is Puja Sanghavi. I'm into diamonds and as well as fashion.
All right, so Puja, how are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. How are you doing?
I'm absolutely fine. Guys, today we're going to discuss about our journeys, about Pooja's journeys, like how she been and how was like her, her schooling is done. And so Pooja, are you ready today?
Yeah, let's
All
do
right.
it.
So Pooja, can you tell me like about your schooling, where you have done your schooling and how was the journey so far?
So after my 10th boards, I went to US. I have a sister who lives in LA.
All right.
And I'd gone for my long holidays, and then I thought of maybe staying back a little longer, and then why not plan to study here only.
Okay.
So I got the admission in one of those private schools, and I finished my 11th and 12th over there.
In LA?
In LA, yes.
Wow.
Yes. There was a
I
school
never
called
knew.
Fairmont High School.
ये नहीं पता था यार मुझे भी।
I mean, a lot of people know about it, a lot of people don't.
अच्छा मुझे नहीं पता था, मुझे आज ही पता चला यार। So how was the journey? Like, so I'm sure like you must be like 15, 16, 17 by the time.
Yeah, almost 16, 17 के बीच में.
So like it was literally in the in the private school or in the public school?
No, it was completely private because when you're an international student,
Right.
you can't be in a public school there.
Right.
So you have no other option but be in a private school.
I see. So how was the journey? Because let's see, because I'm so sorry, like I'm asking many questions on that. But जैसे यहाँ पे हमारा schooling होता है, especially when we are on the 11th and 12th grade,
Right.
ठीक है ना? तो कैसा होता है, थोड़ी अंडरस्टैंडिंग होती है, थोड़ी मैच्योरिटी होती है, बच्चे टीनेज में वो एक एज का एक ऐसा होता है कि बहुत सारे ऐसे मतलब दोस्त बनते हैं, बाहर घूमते हैं, बंक क्लास को भी बंक करते हैं पूरा। सो आपने भी वो चीज़ें वहाँ पे एंजॉय की है या फिर हाउ वाज योर जर्नी?
मैंने इनिशियली इतना एंजॉय नहीं किया था, बट
Right.
देन बाय द टाइम आई स्टार्टेड एंजॉयिंग इट आई हैड टू कम बैक. सो
Okay.
स्टार्टिंग में इट वाज डिफिकल्ट, ऑफ कोर्स, द लैंग्वेज, द
Right.
एक्सेंट, द फूड. Obviously I did not have many friends. There were no Indians in my school as well.
Really?
They were all foreign kids, and most of them were either Mexican or Philippines, or of course whites and blacks. So yeah.
Right, but still, like as a being an international student,
Right.
okay, like when you are like going in the 11th standard, so like definitely like you had a major issues with the language or the barriers and like or with the accent only, like how was it?
Not with the language, of course, but with the accent a little bit, because their accent is, I mean, the American accent is very much understandable.
Right.
But my accent was not really matching for those few months.
Right, so how long it took to like get onto the
I
same
think
platform?
I was doing fine in like 5 to 6 months. I was
Right.
catching it so fast, and then when I used to talk to my family members or people in India, they used to think that why you've been talking in Gujarati with an accent. So
Right.
that happens in that age.
Okay, and how about the education, the standard of education compared to like Indian and American?
It's highly different. I think it's the most easiest compared to our education in India,
Right.
and it's more practical as well.
All right, and the
So-
study hours is like as good as like we are having in India, or it's completely different?
I think it was different. I mean, in the weekends they don't give you homeworks.
Okay, so that must be the very
yeah,
good part
and
of
no
it.
schools on Saturdays and Sundays. So every Friday, when you go, when you say bye to your teachers, they tell you, okay, have a good weekend. And that used to
Right.
give me a happy feeling. When in India, I remember that weekends used to have, like, if you have 3 or 4 days holidays, they give you
Right.
tons of homework.
Right,
So
right.
that was pretty stressful. But in America, you don't have homeworks like
Of
that.
course, they believe in like pretty much on the child psychology
Yeah,
as well,
yeah.
and they
So
strongly follow that.
They make you work from Monday to Friday, but
Right.
then weekends are mostly, where you relax, you be with your family, or you do other activities.
Right. And how was the experience of like, let's see, like when we have our final exams here,
Right.
okay, our students, our kids, they are like, बड़े stress में आ जाते हैं यार एकदम.
Right.
So how was your experience in US? Like, was it that stressful or?
Obviously you have to study. I mean, wherever you go. So
Yeah.
during the exams, you always have that stress on you.
Right.
But I mean, the best part about it is that you have multiple choices. When it comes to writing a paper, so there's no stress about those lengthy papers.
Right.
When in boards and everything, you just want to write so much, but then you feel like whether I'll be able to finish the paper or not.
Right.
So that stress is not there.
Right. So you have
Because-
like a multi-choice option. like
Multiple
you just-
choices,
multiple
yeah,
choices.
yeah.
Yes.
That's how you
Yeah,
do
so the
your
pattern will be different than our country. And
correct,
it's
correct.
like
So there is
more easy,
no
like,
way
for them.
that you miss out on any questions so
Right.
far. If you don't know anything, you'll still put something.
That's great. I think that's how it's supposed to be, I
Yeah.
guess, because when the kids are like that age, it shouldn't be like like on a lot of pressure for
Correct,
the
correct.
examinations and all. Right.
But both has its own story to it. So I would say that when it comes to multiple choices, you also get confused
Right.
because when you have A, B, C, D, they're so confusing. They match with each other so well. So sometimes you need to be very sure of what you're picking.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And Puja, let's as I see that Puja Sanghavi, I'm sure that you belong to a Jain family.
Yes,
All right. So I'm sure you must be a vegetarian.
I am pure vegetarian.
So how was your experience while you were in USA in terms of like in the schooling, like because I'm sure it's like a day boarding school.
Correct.
So
We only ate pizzas and macaroni is what I remember. I used to carry my food from home, but the days I didn't, I used to have pizzas over
Right.
there. Yeah. It was difficult, but I coped up with it. Yeah.
Right. And how about the friends? Are they like did you have like good friends in US?
I struggled for a couple of months. I would say that I only
Right.
had few friends, but then I made a lot of friends there. And they were very welcoming.
They're very welcome.
Very
Yes,
welcoming.
yes.
Yeah.
So
Especially
over-
when they know you're an international student and you're you haven't been here from your first grade.
Right.
So they see that there's a new girl coming, new girl entering. Because most of the people are there from the first grade, so
Right.
they know each other. They grew up with each other. In my
Right.
case, I was the new one. So
Right.
I mean, we all took time. We all were kids. But then I'm pretty fast at making friends. So
That's great. So how about like teachers and all? Like the teachers were like here in India, like they're all in direct contact with the students and they're very helpful and cooperative. Like how
yeah.
in
They
US?
have. I think they are very good at communication.
Great.
They meet you before and after the class as well. I mean,
Right.
it's very easy to talk to them, and they are very friendly. They are not strict at all. Not at all.
Right.
If you have bad grades, they're just gonna tell you that study hard.
Study hard.
That's all. They won't call your parents.
Right. So like I'm sure it must be very difficult, like again that after 2 years coming back to India,
Oh, definitely.
settling down over here,
Yeah.
with it, again coming back to into the same system.
Yeah.
Was it challenging for you?
It was a bit challenging, but then having amazing family and surrounding,
Right.
helps you through everything. So I think my family is being very supportive.
Chalo. That is really family is always a family.
Family is always family.
So,
Yeah.
no questions on that, but definitely. But I'm sure that like थोड़ा तो time मतलब इतना थोड़ा it shouldn't be like that easy for you to
Yeah,
again.
but I mean, I grew up in this country, and
Definitely, yes.
so it was difficult because I was already grasping the lifestyle and the system from
Right.
the US, and when you are in that teen age of yours, you just adapt everything that
Right.
comes into you. So it was difficult when I came back, but then I coped up because I grew up here. So
So do you miss the food? Like I know because when I've been to like LA just once or twice I guess.
oh wow.
Yes, but I love that Mexican food
Oh,
surrounding.
the food is to die for. Like also being vegetarian, they have so many vegan
Options,
restaurants as well,
restaurants,
and
yeah.
they have amazing Mexican food or pizzas, Chinese, everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially, when I went there, I've been there like the place called Chipotle.
Chipotle, oh my god, yeah.
That
And Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, Chipotle. These are the like there's a rice
Yeah.
bowl with a lot
Yeah.
of different.
There was a Taco Bell like opposite to my school. and I used to get it every day.
Yes. This is something like, believe me, the Mexican food, and there are a few other cuisines as well, which I really enjoyed in US, where
Right.
other part of the world, like, I do not get that authentic food.
Yeah, true,
You
true.
see?
I mean, some pizzas and some pastas, what you get there, I don't think you can taste the same here.
You're
I
absolutely
mean, if
right.
you've tried it, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, yes, yes. I went to Chicago,
Huh.
and in the downtown, there's a place, I forgot the name, but it's known as a Chicago pizza.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's like that thick, that size. It's almost 3 inch. You can
Chicago is
say-
also very famous for their
yeah,
food.
it's very cheesy, and that pizza is only available like in that particular restaurant. They have like multiple chain. They're into like multi-chain restaurants. Like, so they are available like in few other places as well.
Okay.
But I never find that pizza or that restaurant any other part of the
Okay.
world. Yes, and I literally miss that. And whenever like I'm always having that thoughts that like if I visit the Chicago again even for one day, I'll have it.
Well, you were talking my mind. I was just talking to my mom last night that it's been a while now. I need to eat good food and I need to shop. So I think that calls for a trip to LA.
See, we have it. That's very true. But we have two different. My family, they're saying, Rajiv, stop eating pizzas now. Right.
Yeah, I mean, when you're traveling, you can cheat. It's
Of course,
fine.
yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course. But as being a vegetarian, it's been always like a big challenge sometimes.
It is. But
See.
nowadays, I think most of the countries provide a lot of vegetarian options to you. So, because now there are a lot of vegan options also, and they understand why people want to, I'm not just being vegetarian, but those who are converting into vegetarian also.
Yes.
So
Yes.
far, I think people are respecting that,
That's
and
true.
the best thing about the countries abroad, like especially America, they are so particular and they are so honest with if they have egg in it or not. Which
Definitely, yeah.
more than India, also I feel that they are more honest about
Yes.
it. If they are not sure, they will not let you eat.
You are absolutely right, Puja,
Yeah.
because I have been to like some places, and the guy who I asked this question that does it contains the egg in,
Correct.
and he took literally 15-20 minutes
To find out.
to find out in
Correct,
details.
correct.
He been to like many people
Correct.
in the kitchen and asked, and he came back with me and he says, yes sir, it
Yeah, I
contains
think
eggs.
they are on point with that. I
Yes,
mean,
yes, yes.
they'll make sure that it doesn't have egg in it, or if you tell them precisely that I'm a vegetarian, I do not want this particular things. I mean, if you go there, you buy, you maybe don't call for anything, that's okay, but they will not let you have wrong food,
True.
which I appreciate about.
Yes, you're
America
absolutely
for
right.
sure.
Puja. I travel a lot in European countries,
Hmm.
especially like in the Central European countries and Scandinavian, right? And literally, I've been traveling since many years.
Okay.
And I do see that, like, earlier it was so difficult to find vegan foods. But nowadays, as you say, I do see many people, they're converting into vegan.
Right.
Not
Right.
vegetarian, but like completely
For
vegan.
health purpose and a lot of things, yeah.
And that is something, good for us. Like now we get multiple options. Otherwise, there are still many countries and many cities where even if you go to McDonald's or
You will
Burger
not
King,
find
you
anything
won't find
vegetarian, yeah.
you won't find
Yeah.
even veggie burgers.
Yeah.
You have to only eat like a French fries,
Fries or just bread and
or
some
something
cheese
like
on
a
it.
cheese bread. That's
Yeah.
it. Nothing
Yeah.
else. Sometimes for me it's like a Subway. The sandwiches.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I used to stay on like 2 weeks, 3 weeks only on the Subway sandwiches only.
Correct.
So definitely for
So that
for
way,
us-
I think America is, amazing.
True.
You find options anywhere, be it Chicago, New York,
Yes.
LA, anything. Yeah.
That's true. Even
Yeah.
in Canada as well. Like
कहीं भी जाओ, गुजरातीस तो हर जगह पे हैं तो.
yes, and वही एक
उनको
रीजन
चलाने-
है कि इंडियन कम्युनिटी बहुत बड़ी है वहाँ.
Yeah,
ठीक
yeah,
है.
true.
आप कैलिफोर्निया जाओ, फिर न्यूयॉर्क, न्यू जर्सी, इलिनॉय, लाइक शिकागो, कहीं भी लाइक यू फाइंड मोस्टली लाइक इवन लाइक जो पूरे होटल इंडस्ट्री है.
Right.
किसी ने मुझे बताया कि यूएस के अंदर लाइक 80% इंडस्ट्री, होटल इंडस्ट्री रन बाय द इंडियंस ओनली.
Yeah, hotels
स्पेशल
and
द पटेल
hotels, yeah, of
कम्युनिटीज.
course. Right, true.
यस, यूएस में फूड का प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बट
नहीं है, हाँ.
Yes.
Europe में also I have not really faced any problems so far. I don't know. I don't really see any problem.
Where you been in Europe?
So Europe, I think I've been to London maximum. London is another cosmopolitan
Yeah.
city, so you have everything.
Everything is
possible.
there.
They have a lot of Indian restaurants as well.
Right.
And I've been to south of France, which I wouldn't say I struggled, but we were tired eating the same food every day. So we were there for about 10 days. Like, we went to Nice, Cannes, and there's this place called Chamonix.
Right.
We went there for
I think
skiing.
south part of the France you're
it's
talking
in the
about,
south of France.
Yep.
And we went there to ski. You can
Okay.
only go there to ski. I mean,
Right,
or you
right.
go for parties. So
Yeah, there are I think mountain areas.
the mountains,
Yes, there.
and they only had pizzas and pastas, and so we were enjoying it. They were amazing, they were very authentic, but at the same time we were tired because how many days are you going to eat the same food?
Yes, you know, I would like to share one experience that I've been to the same place around surrounding that area as only. There is a mountain called Mount Poblo.
Okay.
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 It's like, you know, when we travel anywhere, if you see at the any airport, there is a store called Mount Blanc.
Mont Blanc.
Yes.
Correct.
Mount Blanc is in English, but when you speak in the French,
Okay, it's Mont
it's
Blanc.
called Mont Blanc.
Okay.
All right, and believe me, that is one of the tallest mountain in the Europe.
Oh, it's beautiful. So
Yes.
our apartment was bang opposite to Mont Blanc.
Right.
And we used to every day, see and cherish that beautiful mountain from far.
I've been there, you know, on the like जो उसका highest point है, वहाँ तक मैं एक बार गया था.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Must have been beautiful.
अरे मतलब मैं like I went there almost in the June,
Okay.
and the atmosphere like on the ground like अगर हम नीचे देखें तो almost like it was 28-30 degrees, and उसका जो highest point पे आप जाओगे तो that was around like -15, -16.
That's cold.
You literally feel that breathing problems, you know, like you literally
Yeah.
feel it that you are in the short of like oxygen.
So when we went, it was around 2-3. Nice sunny weather, but good snow to ski.
Yes, you know, बहुत अच्छा option वहाँ पे है कि वहाँ पे 3 country लगती हैं. There are like Switzerland, Italy, and France.
France, yes.
Yes.
So it's on the border of.
On the
all
border
three,
of yes, and you know, you see that like these cable cars, they are coming from Italy as well, and
Yeah.
from the France as well.
Oh yeah. It's beautiful.
You know what we did? I still remember when we came down from the mountain, and one of my friends, we were like 3 guys, and one of my other friends says like, Rajiv, let's go to Italy to have the you know, authentic like Italian pizza.
Yeah.
And we know it took us like a 20 minutes like to drive around, and we entered literally in the Italy.
Okay.
We went to the first town, and we went to the authentic Italian restaurant, and
Okay.
we had like really handmade Italian
Oh,
pizza.
wow.
And believe me, I really
Yeah.
like in last.
You can't beat those
Yes, you
pizzas
can beat-
with for sure.
That's very true. So that experience was like
Yeah.
literally. I still sometimes
Also, those pizzas, you don't feel so heavy in your stomach somehow.
True.
I don't know.
Because it's like
the way it's
freshly
made.
baked, you know,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
that's how do you call this, you know, like it's not like ready made the breads or they're all
Yeah.
like everything freshly made, so you don't feel
You
that
don't
heavy.
feel that heaviness for
Yes.
sure. Not that fermented also.
True. You know, like do you want to share any of your experience where like people want to, you know, they should know about it, and like you know, they should like any experience where where we can tell people about, you know, that they can learn something from our experiences or maybe from your experiences. Any
I
experience?
mean, yeah, especially when it comes to going to school abroad, I
Right.
think you go with your open mind.
Right.
Try and accept everything. Be as friendly as you can.
Great.
And of course, I mean, the food habits and everything is on you. But it's good to make friends. It's good to communicate with people because
Right.
that just makes your life more easier.
You are absolutely right. You know, I just would like to add one more line on here, because see, I work directly with many you know, like foreign universities.
Right.
So what you just said, that like you have, the student has to be very much open, and you have
Yes,
to be like
try to,
Yes.
like communicate with them.
yes, with the people. You know what I see when I see Indians when they are traveling abroad for their higher educations, and when they see one Indian, when they see another Indian, they makes a group, and they do not communicate with the local people.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So there, you know, they don't learn anything at the
Okay.
even if you see them like after 2 years. So what I want to add that guys, when you see this video, when if you plan like you know like going out for the further education, make sure you make a good friends,
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
local friends. So that is the best way to understand the local culture, the community, and you know whatever the best available there. You know, otherwise it will take ages to understand that. And if you make local friends, for you it will be
It just gets more easier.
more
you
easier.
have, I mean, anywhere you go, any part of the world,
True.
if you know people around, you would like that place.
True, true, true.
So it's not about the country or the city. It's about people.
It's
I
about
think.
people, definitely.
So wherever you go, I think if you know people around, even if you have few good friends,
True.
you are going to like that place.
Definitely, and you know that's how even you understand like many other cultures as well as the languages.
Correct.
You know,
You're
let's
just
see.
gonna start liking the place, and you're
Yes,
gonna
yes,
start
yes.
feeling homely. That's all.
True, true, true. And this world is too small, guys. You know, we have
Yeah.
to make friends.
Yeah.
And that's
कुछ
how.
नहीं अपना थेपला ऑफर कर दो उनको, फ्रेंड्स बन जाएंगे.
True, true, true. I have many friends. Believe me, they are like you know white people, and मैंने उन लोगों को like they are all working in the universities.
Okay.
बिलीव मी पूजा, आज की दिन में भी मेरा साल में 2-3 पार्सल्स ऐसे जाते हैं जिनमें सिर्फ पतंजलि की वो जो टूथपेस्ट होती है ना काफी गोरों को मैंने वो टूथपेस्ट यूज करते
No,
कर दिया
I think they're the most kindest people, the most non-judgmental people.
Yes.
So when you gel with them, when you start bonding with them, they are amazing.
They are amazing.
They're
Yes, yes,
amazing,
yes.
yeah.
हमारी लाइफ बहुत इजी हो
There are
जाती
no
है
filtrations with them.
Yes, yes, yes,
You know,
yes,
you can
yes.
be yourself.
वहाँ पे लाइक हर चीज में लाइफ बहुत इजी हो
हाँ
जाती
जी.
है, बहुत इजी हो
Yeah,
जाती है.
yeah.
So guys, thank you so much Puja, thank you so much for being with us
Thank
today.
you for having me.
Yes, yes, it was all like you know.
It was so much fun. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, thank you, thank you. See, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. It's a fun quiz, all
Okay.
right? And you have to answer me correctly. If you give me any wrong answer, you have to drink one of this shot, okay?
Oh
On the
my
each wrong answer.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, first question. What is the capital of Pakistan?
I think it's Islamabad.
Okay.
Am I correct?
No, yeah, you're right. Okay, it's Islamabad. All right. I'm going to ask you the second question now, Puja. Which is the smallest city and country in the world?
Even at the same time.
Yes, it is the smallest country as well.
Okay.
And you can consider it as the smallest city as well in the world.
I think it is Vatican City.
पीछे से दिख तो नहीं रहा? Of course, it is the Vatican City.
Akshay? Am I correct?
Yes, you are.
It's the Vatican City. Puja, I'm going to ask you third question now, and believe me, अभी तक जितनों को ये क्वेश्चन मैंने पूछा है ना,
हाँ.
किसी ने सही आंसर नहीं किया है.
Okay.
ओके, सो यू नो अभी आई एम श्योर, चलो देखते हैं अभी, ठीक है.
Lot of pressure.
What is the language of China called?
Mandarin?
Guys, how do you know that?
I mean, I always wanted to learn Chinese and Mandarin. So.
I think you have made a lot of research on
थोड़ा सा.
थोड़ा सा, क्योंकि यार उन लोगों ने ये आंसर को गलत दिया है, ये आंसर जिन लोगों ने ट्रैवल भी किया है चाइना.
तभी तो मैं अलग हूँ.
नहीं, बस सही है. चलो अभी आई एम श्योर ये तो किसी ने भी ये भी आंसर किसी ने नहीं दिया है.
Okay.
ओके, आइडेंटिफाई द कंट्री फ्रॉम द लैंग्वेज. सो हम एक छोटा सा क्लिप प्ले करेंगे, आपको सुनना है और आपको बताना है कि वो कौन सी लैंग्वेज है.
Okay.
ठीक है?
Okay.
हैव यू हर्ड दैट? ओके, तो बताइए वो कौन सी.
Philippines.
आई डोंट बिलीव दिस पूजा.
Because I'll tell you.
Yes, I want to know how come, because मुझे भी नहीं आती ये लैंग्वेज. How come you know that?
So honestly, am I correct though?
Yes, you are absolutely right.
So-
It is the Philippines. Yes.
When I was in school in LA, I had a lot of friends from Philippines. So I kind of heard them or overheard them, you know, while talking. So I
So
know
you catch
like
up with a few words and you
just
like,
few
judge.
words in the accent and the way they talk.
Guys, देखो ये
I think
फर्क
the
पड़ता है यार इंडिया से
frequency-
बाहर जाके पढ़ाई करने का.
I think the frequency and the way they talk, the flow, everything.
This is outstanding है. This is something. मुझे ये तो था कि यहाँ पे तो आप
कितना
गलत-
सिंपल लेके आए हो.
अरे पता नहीं यार. Last
Yes,
question.
yes.
ठीक है. Now we're going to show you one image, and you have to identify the country from that image.
Okay.
ये कौन सी country का image है?
Okay.
Guys, can we have that image please?
Brazil.
ये सब ने आंसर सही दिया है.
Obviously.
So I was yes,
I
and
so
you've
want
been
to
there,
go there.
US, so of course. So you did excellent. You actually got
Yay.
100 out of 100.
Thank you.
So guys, इनके लिए clap.
So no
करने
shots
को
for
बनता
me.
है. No shots for you. And congratulations, you did really excellent.
Thank you, guys.
Puja, really excellent.